Welcome, everyone. Today is Powdery of P. Erysiphe polygoni. The causative agents of of Powdery of P is erysiphe polygoni. The host is P. Pisum sativum, and the vector are woolly aphids and other sucking insects. The major symptom: first is attack on leaves, producing faint. That means lose consciousness of plant due to lack of oxygen and then slightly discolor spake from which grace white powdery growth of mycelium and spore spread over the leaf and stem and pod. It means slightly discoloring. Then, infected plants are covered with a white powdery film and severely infected foliage is blue-white in color, and the tissue below the infected area may turn purple. That is, the infected foliage is blue-white in color, and all aerial plant of the parts of the plant may become infected, resulting in withering of the whole plant. Severe pod infection can cause the gray-brown discoloration. In foliage, there is blue-white in color, and in pod infection, there is a gray-brown discoloration. And these seeds have an objectional flavor that lower the quality of grain. The lower leaves are the most affected, but mildew can appear on any above ground part of plant. As the disease progresses, the spores get larger and denser as the large number of asexual spores are formed, and the mildew may spread up and down the length of plant. The leaves are then turn yellow and die. The fruit do not either set or remain very small. You can see in the figure there is infected foliage, there is blue and white color, and in pods there is gray brown discoloration of seed. Gray brown discoloration, right? And now it is a here disease cycle and epidemiology. Now the disease powdery mildew caused by the pathogen erysiphe in over summer on infected pea rice the produce spore, which are blown by the wind into new crop. The disease may also be a seed-borne, but this source of infection is least important. Under favorable conditions, the disease may be completely colonize the plant in the 5 to 6 days. Once a few plants become infected, the disease rapidly spread to adjacent area. Temperature. Favorable condition for disease development is temperature. Temperature required 15 to 25 degrees centigrade and humidity 70% for 4 to 5 days in growing season. During flowering and pod filling favor disease development. However, heavy rainfall is not favorable for the disease as it will actually wash off spore of plant. Nighttime dew are sufficient for the disease to develop. Here is disease cycle. Look into 5 o'clock. Infected crop debris. The fungus survive over summer on infected crop debris. Seed is not considered as an important source of inoculum. Then turn into leaf infection. These spores are in leaves and then leaf infection. The conodia in next figure similarly grow in 9 o'clock. There is conodia spore. Conodia spore are dispersed by the wind. Then lesion is spread rapidly up the plant and the spitule become completely covered with white filmy growth mycelium. Then the infected foliage is blue-white in color, and the severe pod infection cause the gray-brown discoloration of the seed. For management, we have to do management, right? If we can't manage, the whole what we plant is destroy. So for management, we have to see the such some requirement. We have to fulfill some requirement, like we have to choose growing resistant variety, disease resistance variety of powdery mildew. We have to select good seed. For seed selection, the use of disease free seed is recommended. The use of clean seed will be minimize the possibility of the disease provided the land has not been cropped to be for several years. So we have to do seed treatment by applying fungicide and rhizobium inoculant to seed. Paddock selection. Leave a 4-year break between growing field of pea crop in the same paddock. Controlling volunteer field pea, which can harbor disease. Avoid sowing field pea crop adjacent to last season stubble. Incorporate or burn infected pea stubble soon after harvest where predictable. Follow the recommended sowing rate for sowing rate from your agronomist, and remember that sowing rate may be vary between varieties. Plan to sow the optimal time of sowing. We have to consider time of sowing. Foliar fungicide, monitor crop from flowering onward. For sign of powdery mildew, if the disease is present, the application of foliar spray may be warranted. Plan to harvest as early as possible to minimize disease on the seed and the pod shattering. In this way, we can manage the powdery mildew of a pea, that is erysiphe polygoni. Thank you for your kind cooperation and queries. Thank you.